What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the title of the video, I went down. I was on my way to work. I was taking a left turn. This was a turn I've taken, all the time. We work, I work 5 days out of the week, so I take it all the time. User error, there was nobody else involved. I just took the turn wrong. I was in too deep into it. I realized, oh crap, I'm not coming back up from this if I don't give it some more throttle. If I remember correctly, I tried to save it and I ended up blipping the throttle, which did not help my case. So the bike threw me high side on the right side, the bike came down, slammed on its right side, threw me also. Real quick, I want to shout out all the people who checked up on me and just made sure I was doing well. I really appreciate you guys, so thank you all for that. It is really appreciated. But here are a few video clips I took. This was about 10 minutes after everything happened. I was in the parking lot of work, gathering myself, my thoughts, just everything. Real quick, before we get into those clips, I do want to preface, I'm being vulnerable with you guys, so you're gonna see kind of a side of me that's a little bit down. I was kind of on the verge of tears. I'm not gonna lie, man, I was very disappointed. I was shook up a little bit, but anything negative you have to say, I don't really care. If you comment anything negative, cool, that just boosts my videos, so go for it. But without further ado, let's get into those clips and then we'll get more into the bike, the status, where she's at, what's going on. So let's get to it.
Well, I hate to start an episode like this, but man, I went down this morning and I'm fine. I'm just pissed, man. I'm just pissed. Simple left turn I take 100 times coming to work. It's crazy. It's not even that bad, but it's enough to just, it's scratched up. As you can see, scratched this, bent that. Somehow this got scratched, don't know how. This got fucked up, obviously. That hit a little bit. Really, it's this shit that got bent, but I think I just need to loosen this up and I can bend it back. But other than that, everything still works. It's just took a slide, really, but once I went down on this side, it pretty much threw me over to the right. So but, yeah, that's how.
So yeah, as you could tell, I was pretty shook up. Like I said, I was really down on myself. I was very disappointed, more than anything, honestly. In my skill, I couldn't believe that I messed up like that because I've never done that before. 5 years I've been riding, that's the first time I've ever, dropped or had an accident on my bike. So I was very disappointed in my skill and myself, protecting my bike. Like I said, my bike is my baby. It's literally like my child. As you guys saw, the saddlebag on the right side took a little bit of damage, mostly just scratched up cosmetically. Like the bag itself is perfectly fine. The saddlebag guards and the engine guard did their job. Really, like the bike, when you think about it, the bike went from over here all the way to the right side. The engine guards did their job perfectly to protect the saddlebag and the fender, the tank, so I'm really happy about that. As you guys saw, the controls were all sorts of messed up. When the bike went, clearly the right side of the handlebars went down and kind of met the ground like that. The entire right side of the hand controls were down, the lever was all the way down, essentially. Everything worked perfectly fine, I would say, that day, up until I took it to the shop. That day, I thought, I just had to rearrange the controls, get them set up right. My brother did come and get me some tools so I could ride it back home. My front brake still did work. My turn signals, my horn did not work, and my brake light did not work. It didn't respond to the rear brake or the front. So I thought it would be a simple fix, right? I thought, well, maybe the wires are just pinched up. I just need to adjust it and it'll be right. Well, that's not the case. After I got it all straightened out, the brake light, the horn, and the turn signals still did not work. The bike still turned on, so I thought, well, maybe it's just a wiring thing, right? I get it home, put it on the kickstand, and as I turn off the fuel injection from the top, from the handlebar, I get a engine light and a battery light. And I'm like, oh crap, that can't be good. So I look up the code in the bike, you know, I do everything. And I believe the code is U1016, and I'll throw up a picture here of that code. So I'm like, cool, the ECM is not getting data from something. So again, I'm just thinking it's gotta just be wires because those got all tangled up. The bike still turns on at this point. Like at this point, the bike still turns on and runs. I take it to the shop to my guy, ICT Cycles. I hope it's okay that I shout you out, Rob. Man, I trust this dude with my bike. Dude's awesome. If you're in the Wichita area and you need work on a Harley, metrics, I mean, really he does anything. So go to him, shout out to Rob. I had already had some cool plans for my bike before all of this happened. So that still happened. I do want to make a separate video going over that. So I'm not going to mention what that upgrade is in this video, but if you follow me on Instagram, you might have saw because I did post a little sneak peek. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me over there. It's the same as my YouTube, Seabass_M. That's where I get a little bit more personal with you guys. I tend to post more daily content over there. So if you're into that, go hit me with a follow. We're waiting on something to come through. And so we had to wait a day. So finally he's like, hey man, this is in, I'm gonna try to do this. And you know, we're gonna get your bike going, you know. Once he tried to start my bike, it wasn't starting. Well, I fried my ECM when I went down. Don't know how it happened. Even he was like, I've never heard of that before. He's like, I've seen totaled wrecked bikes and the ECM still works perfectly fine. So long story short, fried the ECM. Cool, not cool. So currently as it sits, the bike is at the shop. It's waiting for an ECM. I've already got that on order. I am going to be doing some new bars also. I'm not going to go with the Carlini Gangster Apes that I already have. I'm thinking I'm going to go a little different route. So I'm going to get those ordered up very soon so that I'm back on the road, because the right side bar was like tilted towards me. And so it feels very odd to ride. You still could ride it. It's not that much, but I don't want that to play a factor into another issue or, you know, maybe miscalculating something. So I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna get new bars. I'm gonna go a different style. Like I said, I'm not going back to the Carlini Gangster Apes. I love them, but I'm gonna use this now as a way to get something a little different. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with the bike. That is the update. That's the status of the bike. As for myself, my wrist, I'm doing a lot better. When I did go down, I mean, just a natural human instinct to try to brace yourself with your hand and your wrist. Thankfully, didn't break anything. They took x-rays. It felt like I broke something that first day after all the adrenaline wore off. I'm not gonna zoom in on this, but as you can see, I got road rash from that spill. I would really say the injuries that I got were pretty much as if I was riding a bicycle and I fell. Felt a lot worse for sure, but I would say that the injuries that I got were pretty minor compared to what could have happened. My Ruroc helmet, this is for you, Yankee. Let me go grab that and I'll show you what that looks like, because it protected my head. When I did go down, I went down, you know, kind of this way, and when I went back, my head did slam into the concrete. I did feel that. Here's the helmet, guys. So this right here is just from when I had my GoPro on, but really the damage was back here. There was like a black like wing visor piece back here. When my head went backwards, obviously I guess that broke. I didn't even look for it. I had no idea until I took my helmet off. I'm gonna bring this up so you guys can see really where it took the impact. So as you guys saw, that's kind of where the back of my head hit. I'm really glad I was wearing this that day, not my half helmet, even though I still think I would have been okay. Probably would have felt it a lot more. I will say that once I got to the parking lot and I took my helmet off, I was pretty mad. So I did take my helmet off and I slammed it on the ground. Some of the damage is probably not from that, but I mean, like, if you can tell, this is all messed up now, you know, where the speaker system was for music, but I mean, it doesn't go in anymore right further, so it still works, but it doesn't go in anymore. So this thing is toast, clearly. But other than that, I mean, it held up really well. I can't recommend Ruroc enough, man. I mean, I know there's a lot of mixed reviews out there, which is fine. There's a lot of mixed reviews for everything. You know, everyone loves Simpson, which I love how they look. They're really loud in my opinion. I think that's the biggest drawback. But anyways, I will be getting another Ruroc. I don't think I'm getting a 4.0. I might be getting the EOS, but we'll see what happens. But if you're looking at Ruroc helmets, I would say go for it. It feels good. It's quiet. It's a lot quieter than a Simpson, I'm just saying. I love the integrated speaker system for music. So, and I mean, they look sick. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. I went down on the Road King. It happens. So just don't do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update about the bike, what's going on with it, about myself, my injuries, my helmet. Just leave a like. Remember to subscribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me over there. That's going to be it for me. Just remember to take care of yourself out there, and peace out.